Hey everyone, this is Liz from Media Dev. Today I'm going to talk about the biggest mistake you can make as a social seller. So for those of you who have seen some of my videos, you know I've done a series about the do's and don'ts when it comes to email outreach and social selling and lead generation. So this is kind of in the same vein as that. My experience doing social selling myself, working with people that reach out to people on LinkedIn and do outreach on social media, is that a lot of times people get very involved in what they're doing on LinkedIn, but they forget that you can also reach out to people on other channels as well. And it's really the biggest mistake that you can make, because not only are you limiting then your outreach to one channel when you could be present across channels, but you're also going to make the process much slower. And I'll explain to you why in this video today. So the first thing you should know is that when you're reaching out to people on LinkedIn, people are not connected to LinkedIn all day, every day. I know myself, sometimes I see a message come through, I don't really have time to look at it, so I wait a couple of days. Sometimes I read it, I'm not really all that interested, so I don't write back, or I take, a week to write back. And all of that time that you're waiting for somebody to respond is time that you're losing. And of course, when we're talking about engaging people in a sales cycle, time is of the essence, especially now since we're headed towards the end of the year and people want to close deals and meet their yearly sales quotas. It's important that you don't just sit around and wait for people to respond. So what can you do in order to kickstart your activity? Well, use other channels in addition to social selling. Really having a holistic approach and strategy when it comes to marketing is going to be much more effective than just focusing on one tactic. So what you can do instead is give them a call. A lot of people have an aversion to the telephone. They're scared about picking up the phone, calling somebody. Oh, what if they hang up? Or what if they're not there? It doesn't matter. Just pick up the phone anyway. And I think if you have a very natural approach to it, people are not going to hang up on you. They may not always be available to take your call the minute that you reach out, but there's no reason not to just pick up the phone. And for me, the outreach really would be, hey, I've tried to reach you on LinkedIn. I'm not sure if you saw my messages. I really wanted to engage in a discussion with you about, and then whatever your topic is. And, if it comes across as being just a natural inquiry, I don't see any reason why somebody would shut you down immediately. So pick up the phone. You can also email people. A lot of times when we call, some kind of assistant or gatekeeper will say, no, you have to send an email. Well, great, get the email, send them an email. If somebody doesn't respond to email, you can always leave a voicemail. You can always try again. We've found with social selling and with email outreach, sometimes it takes 4 or 5 messages in order for somebody to actually respond. And again, a lot of time it's because their mailbox is exploding full of messages. They don't see it right away, or they don't see it at all. Sometimes email goes to spam. And again, that's why you have to be persistent. So don't take things at face value just because somebody doesn't respond to your first and only in-mail message. Try again and try on other channels. And that's really the most important thing in order to be successful with social selling. So again, I highly recommend picking up the phone, reaching out to people as well over the phone instead of only on LinkedIn. And that's my hashtag tips from Liz advice for today's video. For more videos on this and other topics to help you with your successful lead generation programs, you can check out our resource library at www.mediadev.com, or feel free to shoot me an email at contact@mediadev.com, and I'd be happy to talk to you to give you some more tips. Thanks so much. Have a very, very, very good day today. Bye.